is what we're seeing happen to civil liberties, fundamental freedom. Well, the governor of Kentucky said he's going to arrest people at church. We had a prosecutor in one of our counties say he was going to charge people for felonies if they were violating the shelter at home. He even said if he was governor, he would call out the National Guard and go to stop people from going to church on Sunday. We got Google saying they'll track and give that information to the government. And the scariest thing of all is Garcetti, the mayor of Los Angeles, said, if people snitch, they will be rewarded. And all this happens.
Oh, I did that
all this happens, Laura. All this happens at the same time that Michael Horowitz is telling us when he looked at the 29 FISA applications, every single one of them had problems when they were spying, when they were looking to go spy on American citizens. That's the context that scares me the most. So that's why Congress also should be back at work, defending civil liberties and leading by example, doing the will of the people.
I want to stand up and applaud that. Congressman Zeldin, we're thinking of tracking Americans who have having some database, which ultimately could lead to contact tracing. And some of it sounds maybe plausible, but we're talking about to reopen the country, according to some of the experts, we'd need to test 6 to 7 million people in these various tests per week. I think we're doing, what, 200,000? Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But we have to set metrics for reopening the country that are realistic, not continuing to move the goalposts on when Americans can actually exercise their civil liberties and make a decent darn living.
Right, our economy was the strongest it's ever been before this happened. We had unemployment rates at record lows. We had our markets at record highs, and then it all came to a screeching halt because of this virus that quickly spread all throughout the entire country. I'm all for reopening our economy smartly. That means we don't want to see another outbreak. Part of that is including ramping up rapid testing, ramping up antibody testing to be able to obviously get a vaccine over the finish line.
I got to jump in on this. Congressman, I agree with Congressman. Hold on, we got to go in a second, but I agree with you. In an ideal world where we don't actually have to pay bills and small businesses don't have to pay rent, yeah, having 6 or 7 million tests, maybe we can do all that. Maybe my thinking on this is wrong, maybe, but it has to be realistic and achievable for a virus that ends up, the mortality rate will end up being about 55, 60,000, horrible, but certainly not 2.2 million. And we're going to then keep America closed till we have 7 million tests a day or a week or whatever the heck the new number is. I mean, that's, people have to think about that. I mean, think about whether it's even achievable before Election Day, I should say.